UST after midnight, October 28, 1962. The Cuban Missile Crisis was at its most dangerous point. A US U-2 spy plane had been shot down over Cuba just hours earlier, and American strategic forces sat at DEFCON 2, one step below all-out nuclear war. On the Japanese island of Okinawa, at a secret missile installation few Americans even knew existed, a young Air Force airman named John Bordne was several hours into his overnight shift. According to Bordne's own account decades later, what happened next was the closest the United States ever came to launching a nuclear strike by mistake. Bordne's unit operated Mace B cruise missiles, each one carrying a Mark 28 nuclear warhead roughly 70 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. 4 separate launch sites on Okinawa held 8 missiles apiece, 32 warheads in total, with enough combined yield to strike targets across the Soviet Union and Asia. By Bordne's telling, a routine radio broadcast came through from the island's command center that night, the kind of coded transmission crews received on every shift. This time, embedded within it, was something else. What appeared to be a legitimate verified order to launch. His crew ran the confirmation process exactly as trained, checking the codes in the transmission against the sealed authorization codes held at the launch site. According to Bordne, they matched. The order to fire nuclear-armed missiles at targets that included the Soviet Union appeared, by every procedure they had been given, to be real. The launch officer overseeing Bordne's crew refused to accept it at face value. He believed the order made no sense given what they knew of the broader crisis, and rather than proceed, he stationed armed guards with orders to stop anyone who attempted to launch until the confusion could be sorted out. The officer got on the radio to challenge the instruction. According to Bordne, the response from the command center was immediate. A new, corrected transmission ordering the missiles to stand down. Whatever had happened, someone recognized the mistake within minutes and moved to correct it before it went any further. By Bordne's account, it was later confirmed that no missiles had been launched at any of the 4 sites, and normal operations continued as though the moment had never occurred. There's a reason this story is framed differently than the others you've heard from this channel. Bordne first went public with it in interviews decades later, and no U.S. government agency has ever officially confirmed it took place. Other airmen who served on Okinawa during the same crisis have publicly disputed his account, saying they recall no such launch order and question whether the sequence of events happened as he describes. Bordne has maintained his account consistently and testified to it before international audiences, including the United Nations. But without a declassified paper trail, the kind that eventually surfaced for Arkhipov, or Damascus, or the false alarms at NORAD, this one remains a first-hand recollection, disputed by other witnesses rather than a documented fact. Whether or not the order was ever truly given, the story endures for what it represents. During the most dangerous days of the Cold War, nuclear launch procedures depended on people at the very bottom of the chain of command. Junior officers and enlisted airmen alone in the dark, deciding in real time whether to trust a piece of paper over their own judgment. Petrov did it in a Soviet bunker. Arkhipov did it aboard a submarine. If Bordne's account is accurate, an anonymous launch officer on a small Japanese island may have done the very same thing, and never received recognition for it at all.